So my journey is kind of out of the norm. I did CBSE 9th and 10th.
Did you prefer any kind of guidance for SAT preparation?
In my common up essay, I talked about my best friend tried to attempt suicide. I am actually a youth advisor through Canvas 8.
Let's talk about Ashoka Young Changemaker. So, as you mentioned that you joined a state board, those state board schools are not supporting.
I really want to get into the music business. Wherever I applied for financial aid, I mostly didn't get it. I applied to like 15-20 colleges.
Hello everyone, so we are with Vaikhari Sonawane, who got accepted into Dartmouth class of 2029. So Vaikhari, please introduce who are you and how your journey started.
So I usually introduce myself as a Marathi mulgi. So mulgi is a term for a girl in Marathi. I think I have a really close connection with my mother tongue and my motherland itself, Maharashtra and India in general. I usually introduce myself as that, but I'm also current 12th grader, got into Dartmouth as an economics major.
So Vaikhari have great profile. She is also many achievements, extracurriculars. She is the founder of 2-3 organizations. Currently, she is a youth leader or I think youth advisor at Google. So there are lots of opportunities, lots of extracurriculars. She have achievements or she is also a Ashoka Young Changemaker. Vaikhari, please start when your journey started, when you feel, okay, my journey started.
I was an ardent believer in the JEE NEET system. In 7th, I started 11th grade syllabus. So I was skipping a lot of grades and doing JEE syllabus. And then I think I kind of burned out by the end of 9th grade. And I was like really demotivated. And I didn't know if I wanted to do engineering or not, because how can someone who started in like 7th grade know what career they're going to choose later? But that's usually predefined in Indian households. And especially since my parents are doctors, they always wanted me to do medical or engineering. So it was kind of a hard decision. But what happened is my senior was applying abroad. So I used to talk to him every day. So I was like, what if I did this? After a long time, he talked to my parents on call for like 3-4 hours and then like completely convinced them to at least start the preparation to go abroad. So it was always in the back of my mind, but I didn't start till the end of 10th because 10th was a really turbulent year.
Yeah.
I was going through mental health issues myself. COVID has just stopped. So schools had just started offline.
Got it, got it. And what about Dartmouth and the journey or story with Dartmouth?
So there's this YouTuber called Shaurya Sinha,
Yeah.
and so he interviewed Nitya Agarwala. So after that, I watched all of Nitya's videos, started researching Dartmouth. So I always knew Dartmouth was a pretty small school, and I really wanted that because I was all the schools I applied to were mostly liberal arts colleges because I wanted that sort of small community, stronger bonding with professors. Dartmouth really called out to me, especially because of their undergraduate focus. And as I started reading their blogs, just in general talking to the people there, there's Jayesh, there's Olivia, I thought I could be a great fit at Dartmouth. I think I really value authenticity. In the matter of fit, Dartmouth was perfect for me. So it had always been my dream school.
Yeah, so you have a great bonding with Dartmouth. And Vaikhari, what about your academic journey?
So my journey is kind of out of the norm. I did CBSE 9th and 10th. 9th, I didn't have great marks at all. I had 80%. 10th, I got 96.5. But then in 11th, I couldn't find great commerce schools in CBSE because there was only one option. And I didn't really like that school. I switched to the state board curriculum. That is something which people would think it's risky. My close friends also got into Cornell as a Tata scholar. So I was kind of okay with it ki, you can get admission even if you're in a state board. So I went for it. And I think it was a really, really great move because I had really less stuff to study about and worry about. I had a lot more time to focus on my extracurriculars. That really panned out well. So I got about 90 in 11th, 89%, 90. My midterms in 12th were about 91, 92%.
So you have a unique journey from CBSE to state board. It's super risky. People are thinking, okay, let's join IB board, IGCSE, and upgrading. But you took a bold decision. God have plans for everyone, so it helped you. And Vaikhari, what about your SAT preparation? Did you prefer any kind of guidance for SAT preparation?
I don't think you need guidance for SAT preparation, especially if you're in the CBSE curriculum. ICSE is the best for SAT.
Yeah, but you're from state board. So how you manage?
Yeah, so I had the CBSE background, right? So I gave it first in 10th summer. I got a 1470. I didn't really study for it. I'm really talking about math. There's this course called Prep Pros. It's amazing. Like, I recommend it to everyone. And English, I think it's all about practice. It's a standardized test. You just have to practice a lot and lot and lot. And you have a lot of free material on Reddit and stuff. So
And any preference for the free resources? Like, I think you already know about across these limits resources. We are providing lots of free resources, and which are like only available on our website or community page. There is no one other organization or online platform where you can find all the materials. So recently we uploaded some more resources. I would suggest all the students, please go and check out all of them.
yeah, that's amazing. And I think if it's not overpriced, because all the courses that I found were like about 2 lakhs,
Oh my
and
god.
I was really ready to pay for that amount. So if it comes down under 1 lakh, I would definitely recommend, because if that increases your score, then you're golden for the Ivy Leagues.
Yeah.
I think 1540 and above is like really great for the Ivies.
Okay, Vikri. Let's discuss about one by one your extracurriculars and what you think is the most important part of your application. For some people, some students, they thought, okay, my that NGO have the most impact in my profile. Some thought, okay, my APs have the most crucial part of my application. So, according to you, which is the most impactful part of your application? And it can be extracurricular, it can be anything. Okay, so according to you, which is the most impactful part for you?
My whole application was really risky. So in my common app essay, I talked about my best friend tried to attempt suicide and how
Oh,
I got out of it. How even I went through mental health struggles, and I really wouldn't recommend that because I got a lot of rejections. So yeah, don't go very deep into stuff.
yeah,
I'd say.
for risky.
Uh, yeah, it was very risky. But I think I really showed growth because my mental health organization
Yeah,
worked in mental health, obviously, and we
yeah,
helped a lot of people.
lot of.
Uh,
Yeah, there is an in Hindi, risk hai to ishq hai, something like that. So
yeah, yes.
y- you must have to take risk. Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, as a future businesswoman, you have to learn how to take risks
yeah.
starting now only. So that was fine. I think don't be very risky, but yeah, definitely be bold in your choices. I'd say I did that, and my organization, mental health organization, and my music, and the Google consultancy role. These were really important for me in my application.
Let's discuss your every or most of the impactful extracurriculars one by one. So let's talk about Google one. Okay, Google
Mhm.
advisor, youth advisor. So how you got this opportunity, how you applied for, and acceptance and the process, everything about that program.
This actually came through a nomination. Before even that, it was because I was a part of the Ashoka Young Changemakers program. So Google hires internally, and they look for people who are active on social media, and they actively interact with the Generation Z to really understand what kind of products they could build, or how could they improve their customer experience and stuff. So they hire internally, right? So I am actually a youth advisor through Canvas 8, and Canvas 8 is market research program. And so Canvas 8 also ran this program for Meta, I think. And one of the previous Ashoka Young Changemakers was a part of that program. So she recommended me to a journalist, and then the journalist nominated me. After I got nominated, I went through a couple rounds. So first was written, I think. The second was recorded, and then there were like 2, 3 interviews in person. There was a group interview where you were tested how you add to other people's ideas, and how you communicate, how you articulate your thoughts, and the creativity of your thoughts also. I think the written examples were really okay. I mean, you don't really understand a person through that, but the interviews were really great.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you for sharing about this opportunity or program. And I hope you are the best youth advisor for Google. So all the best and empower thousands of youth through that program. All the best, Vikri, for that. Let's talk about Ashoka Young Changemaker. So when you applied or in which year and about that program.
So Ashoka had stopped its nominations for 2 years. I applied back in like 2022, 2023, 2022, I think, when I just started Atman. And it was like really in the amateur stages of it all. So I wasn't really expecting a call. So after a year, I was like, I completely forgot that I had even applied to this.
Oh,
And then in like May 2024, I get an email you've been selected, and then you're gonna sit through a bunch of rounds, and those rounds, oh my god, they were like really hard. I had like 3 interviews after that. One with Yashveer sir, who is the founder of Ashoka Young Changemakers, then with previous Ashoka Young Changemakers from Indonesia. Then I had one in-person round, which was like really, really hard. Really hard. But yeah, I got through it. I think you really need to show your passion for the cause you're working for, and you really need to show its scalability. I think Ashoka really prides itself on systemic change.
thank you, Vikri, for sharing about Ashoka Young Maker Challenge or Young Makers program. It's a great program from last many years. I saw many young leaders and I know many of them. It's a best platform or best competition or program to show that you are a leader, and it's a great honor to be like represent as a Ashoka Young Maker Changer. So thank you for sharing about this program. And Vikri, what about your other application like essays, when you started your essay writing and anything about essays?
I always knew what my common app essay topic would be. So I always thought putting on a bindi, made me feel more complete, more put together. And so I really wanted to use that metaphor in my essay. So I knew the title of my essay and stuff. I just needed to figure out what I could write about inside. And then I wrote about the stuff I told you about. So that was risky, but that worked out well. And then in my Dartmouth Introduce Yourself essay, I talked about how I'm Marathi and I speak 3 languages and I mixed them all up, and just in general about that. And then I talked about how I've sung in over 7 languages, and really just connection with languages and just speaking to other people, talking to other people, storytelling and stuff. So I think in my whole profile, there was a lot of authentic storytelling part of it all. So that really bound everything together.
And Vigri, there is one question. So, as you mentioned that you joined a state board. So, in India, there is a big problem for a state board. Like mostly students is struggling with that. Those state board schools are not supporting or not supportive. They are not supporting. They don't have idea about abroad study, how to help in the letter. There are lots of things like transcript or LORs and other formalities. In your case, what about your school? It's supportive, or they already know the process, or you also struggled about that program?
So they definitely didn't know about the process at all. And there were times where some people actually discouraged me from applying abroad.
It's a common problem in state board schools.
I know a friend who applied through a state board too, and his teachers were like, "Why are you applying to Dartmouth? Like, apply to UIUC and stuff. Like, they are better than Dartmouth." So they're like, they don't know about rankings and stuff. So they're really unsupportive at sometimes. But my accounts teacher, she was like really, really, really supportive. And we used to have dinners together and we used to chat a lot. So I think I had a really close connection with her. So she really helped me put forth my ideas to the school administration. And that really helped because then they got a little supportive, thoda, thoda, thoda. After I got the Ashoka Young Changemakers award, they were like happy about it, happy to do stuff for me.
And did you apply for other programs like Dyna Award and Bal Purushkar Sakti?
No, I didn't. No. I actually worked on a curriculum for my mental health education platform, right? So I focused more on getting recognition for that. The Indian Academy of Pediatrics, I slowly started working with them. So my dad actually is a part of it. So he only is in the Nashik branch. Through the Nashik branch, I connected to the Maharashtra branch and then to the Indian overall branch. And then we gave a couple of interviews and really pitched our curriculum to them because it was also written by psychiatrists actually. But we really needed that recognition to come from an organization which is as influential as the IAP to really go to the schools and make them understand ki, this is a really great program and you should actually do this for your kids. I worked on that side of things rather than awards, and I'd recommend that too. And I also worked with the government. I think I focused a lot on my NGO and I applied to Ashoka like really, really early. Back then, I wasn't really working full time on my NGO, but after I really got into it, I found my purpose. I really didn't want to go through awards process.
Oh, got it, got it. And like you have a great experience through this organization and your non-profit, you can say that. And Vaikhari, you are also a good singer. Okay, I saw your stories and your voice is also amazing. So please share your journey with singing when you started and like it's God gifted or you like practiced a lot.
I definitely practiced a lot, but it was
Yeah,
kind of gifted too because my dad,
somewhere I saw that mostly voices are God gifted. But yeah, please continue.
maybe not because singing is a skill you can actually learn.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people get really, really good at singing. But in my case, my dad is a pretty amazing singer. And just like 3 or 4 years old, he really got me into singing. I didn't do any professional classes or anything, but I remember the first time I performed live when I was 5 in front of an audience of like 500 people. And I didn't stutter at all. Like, it was like my calling. Like, I wanted to do this a lot. And then over the next 2 years, people really got to my parents and said, Vigot, you have to teach her, you have to do professional teaching and stuff. So then I started class Hindustani classical. I've been a student for the past 13 years.
Amazing. And it's a proof that you have a good singing genes because of your father and your dedication and your practice. It's the another part. What are the plans for future? You want to become singer or like just side by side hobby?
I'm glad to ask this because I really want to get into the music business. So I want to work in record labels and stuff. Maybe become a CEO at some point. But yeah, that's the plan.
It's a great plan because it will cover both things. Okay, your business also. Yeah.
It blends my passion with my technical skills. So
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And Vikri, what about your application journey? Like, in how many universities you applied for, in how many you got accepted, rejected? Okay, ups, downs in your application. So yeah, share your ups, downs.
So the funny thing is, wherever I didn't apply for financial aid, I got in. The most scholarship I got is 1.6 crore, I think, over 4 years.
Oh,
That's pretty good, but it was a safety school. But wherever I applied for financial aid, I mostly didn't get in. I applied to like 15, 20 colleges.
yeah, it's a universal truth, I think. And now,
Uh,
even
So wherever it was like really shocking to me because wherever I didn't apply for financial aid, like the state schools and stuff, I just got in, and the others I wasn't able to get in. So yeah, I think financial aid plays a huge part.
yeah, exactly, exactly. And in past, I tried a lot to defend those universities, but now they're proving that yeah, finance is the major part. If you are like able to, yeah, that's why. So no issue. I think God have plans for everyone. Let's keep moving forward. And Vikri, what about your future goals? Like as you shared that you want to start business in music and all. Anything else like masters, PhD? So any plans for that, or just okay, just complete undergraduation, then my business.
No, actually, so I'm getting a degree in economics, right? So I also want an MBA. I'll be applying to Stanford or Harvard, but like a little later to getting like financially stable
Yeah.
because I want to pay for it myself.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect, Vikri. And Vikri, what about your friends? Like, also they got accepted into some good universities or in your group? Okay, I'm talking about a school group. You are the only one who applied for like abroad or top universities.
Yeah, yeah. In like the past 10 years, I'm the only one who applied abroad. from the state board school. From my CBSE school, I had Nikhil Kulkarni, who got into Cornell as a Tata Scholar, and he's been a great inspiration to me. He's been a
It's
great
last
friend.
year, right? Last or I think 2 years back.
He's class of 2027.
Yash Moitra's class, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I heard that. Okay, Vikri, what about your any other plans? Because you have enough time, okay, to get into or go abroad. So till that, I think you have 6 months. Okay, any plans for that? Okay, how you will be utilizing that time, exploring India and working on any projects or any kind of plans you have?
So I'm actually taking a gap year to really get work experience and get my finances sorted. So I just applied to the Tilting Futures program, which takes you 3 months internship to Cape Town in South Africa or Malaysia now. So I just got into stage 2. Let's see if I get financial aids. I'll maybe do that. I'm also working on a project right now. I can't talk much about it, but I've been working with a few students at Dartmouth to start.
So, according to you, what is the most difficult part of your application?
Extracurriculars were really easy because I was doing something I really loved doing. So I wouldn't say that at all. Definitely the essays because I was like really stumped on what do I write.
Yeah, because you have too
Like,
much to write here, so you have to.
yeah, I applied to like 20 colleges, so it was like a lot. Essays are definitely the hardest part. I'd suggest you go through the questions that the colleges have asked.
Yeah, prompts. I think
Yeah,
mostly Sam, but the supplementals are like challenging.
exactly. So Dartmouth's Be Yourself essay, it's constant throughout the years, right? So if you can go through those prompts and start, I'd also suggest reading a lot. There's this book called The White Oleander by Janet Fitch. Beautiful writing. And once you start going through all of the writing, it's okay if you don't understand a lot of it because I didn't understand a lot of it because I was a really new reader. But you really get the hang of what metaphors are and how you can style your writing and stuff. I suggest read a lot. And if you want a quirky side to your essays, you can also watch SNL because SNL has like really creative projects every Saturday. So
Yeah, okay. I will add the link of that book. So, Vikri, any point or कुछ भी लगता है कि we can add any other part of your profile? You thought, okay, it's also an important part. Any extracurricular, any experience you want to share?
so I did a lot that I did not add in my profile, right?
Hmm.
So I did some internships here and there. I did some courses
Hmm.
from Coursera and stuff.
Hmm.
I think really network a lot, and when you talk to people, be really vulnerable to them so that they can be vulnerable to you and leave a lasting impact on them so that they can connect you to the opportunities. Because once I got into Ashoka Young Changemakers and I really started to talk to the alumni, things really started looking up for me. I got a lot of opportunities. I spoke at an international conference because of that. So definitely network a lot. Wherever you go, LinkedIn is a great platform. I randomly texted this multinational company CEO, and he actually agreed to get on a call with me.
So,
So, LinkedIn is a great platform to do that. So, definitely like network a lot, I'd say.
yeah, great advice. Great advice. And I also feel if you want to get into top universities, if you want to grow yourself, then you have to learn the art of connection and how to connect with people. It's not like, okay, he is not replying. It's not mean ki he don't want. He is busy in somewhere. It's not like never he will read. Okay, he will open that chat sometime or maybe he will reply. So just like outreach people in your field and ask questions and if you thought okay it's like Sam field or what I'm doing the similar kind of stuff he is doing, then just coordinate contact and try to do something with that people. And great example Vaikhari mentioned about the multi-million dollar company CEO replied to her. So it's easy, just use LinkedIn wisely and social media wisely and online communities like Cross the Sky Limit community. There are lots of communities for college applications, for networking, startups. So just try to connect with those communities and all are free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can also reach out to new founders who are getting funding, and then you can really like, because they can give you time, they are really enthusiastic to do that. Because there's this a mental health wearable founder that I reached out to randomly on Instagram, not even on LinkedIn. And then he said, okay, let's hop on a call together if you want to ask a few questions. And now we're like really good friends,
Ah,
sort of. So it's like definitely network a lot.
interesting. I appreciate. So networking is the most important part. And Vikri, in the last, anything you want to suggest? Any tips? Any guidance for all these students? Any last minute tips?
Right now, you need to have like at least 2 spikes in your application, I'd say, because the admission officer has to basically pitch you to the committee, right? So they really want to sort of put you in a box, but that box has to be really unique, and that box has to stand out in all the boxes. So definitely do something unique. Definitely tie all your passions together. Definitely make your stories come together to life in your entire portfolio. Make sure that all of it is cohesive and not just I did one thing in marketing, then I did one thing in I don't know, some really non-related field. That really doesn't tie together. Make sure you have a concrete story to go along with.
Thank you, Vikri, for sharing your thoughts and guiding all the students who will be applying to universities and already applied, just waiting. So, thank you for sharing and giving your precious time or sharing everything about your journey experience. So, thank you, Vikri, for joining. Let's cross the sky limits.
Let's cross the sky limits.
Yeah,
Definitely.
thank you. See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.